Hi guys, well welcome to this Wednesday. We're talking about WeFi. We're going to do a short overview about what WeFi actually is, what I love about it, and then we'll spend a little bit more time today on the referral bonuses and the referral plan. Okay. Some of you are coming in completely saying this is something I want to purchase, this is something I want to set and forget and never look at again. Beautiful. Just realize that if you need to hop off after the first 10 minutes and when I go really into the referral bonuses, you're welcome to do so. There's nothing wrong with that. I am not going to be offended. However, there is also a community building piece to this, which I love, which I'm part of. So I am going to spend a little more time than I usually do on that because that's what we do on Wednesdays. We spend a little more time on that. So please put any kind of comments in the chat. We're absolutely going to look at that after. I'm going to spend about 5 to 10 minutes over doing an overview, then go into the comp plan, and then go into any questions that we have after that. Okay? And again, any kind of concerns, just put them in the chat. Any kind of questions, put them in the chat. All right, so I am Anna Marie Tolman. I originally a nurse, came from the Netherlands, and then came to the United States, got my master's at Hopkins, did a lot of stuff that I raised 4 kids. And then 5 years ago was like, this crypto thing, I want to know. I've always been into innovation, right? Moving to the United States, even in my nursing, doing into alternative health, I'm like, let me just go into alternative finance because I love innovative things. And regular finance was probably a little bit too boring for me. So crypto, definitely interesting, guys. In the last 5 years, I've led a women's group around this. We've had our ups and downs. We've had good things, bad things. Eric and Megan are part of that, who are here as well. And so that's my history in it. I will never call myself an expert. I call myself really a curiosity. I'm curious about everything that's happening in this space. And there's a lot happening in this space. And I'm not a financial expert. This is not financial advice ever, ever, ever. That's not why you're here. I am here to give you an intro, to make you curious, to see, hey, do I want to do more with this? And then you always, always, always have to do your own research. It's your investment. Okay? It's yours what you want to do. Just keep that in mind. WeFi came to me 4 months ago, 3.5 months ago. It's been an absolutely crazy journey. It's in a really good way. I'm going to Germany tomorrow to meet with the CEO, definitely, and maybe Reeve Collins. He might be there as well to see what this is all about. WeFi is the world's first decentralized bank. That's the first thing I heard back in August 1st. And that same day, I'm like, I'm in because I want to, well, after I did a lot more research. But it took me really quickly to say this is want to be part of that. Why is that? Well, if you think about it, what we've needed for a very long time is some kind of integration of the very traditional banking that and the traditional finance industry and the crypto, right? Crypto has been a little bit of the Wild West. Traditional finance has been traditional finance. But if we want to get more people using crypto and using the benefits of crypto, especially the decentralization part of it, there needs to be a combination. And that's what you're seeing everywhere. Okay. You're seeing banks who are wanting to do cryptocurrency. You see cryptocurrency exchanges who say, no, we're going to get into debit cards. There's a lot of integration. So getting a decentralized worldwide bank is logical. I have no doubt it's the next Apple of the finance industry. Okay, no doubt about that. What we are gonna look at here in the next couple of minutes is WeFi going to be one of those? Maybe the Apple, or maybe one of the ones that are going to be really big in this industry. I believe they will, but again, you have to do your own industry and own witness. You have to do your own research about this. This is directly from the website. You can go to wefi.co. Please do not sign up on the app. We all have referral tokens. We love having communities together. We're creating communities together. So do not sign up on the website, but please ask for a referral link. But it's totally free to get started with this, okay? The app is completely free. So the neobank was the first thing. And now we're going to go to global payments, ATM withdrawals, on-chain banking accounts with WeFi. So combining these two things is a major thing, and WeFi is actually doing that. They have over 200,000 customers, mostly in Asia, doing really well in Europe, going to Africa, and in North and South America as well. This is truly already a global bank. Okay. These are our three core target markets. Remittance, 860 billion. Cryptocurrency, 140 to 180 billion. And banking, 100 to 190 trillion, guys. The wealthy make money by being in the financial industries. Have no other no other doubt about that, right? If you want to make money, this is where it's at. And so these three core markets, that's what WeFi is playing in. It really is. It's trillions of dollars. And the interesting part, before I talk about that, the interesting thing that I'm seeing happening is that 95% of the shares is already in big business, guys. 95% of the shares of this company that they've shared is already there. 5% is what the bank shares that we're participating in. So make no mistake how big this actually is. The banking is huge. Now, these owners started in 2021, around that time. They did a funding round in 2022. And then in 2024, they were finally like, we want to grow the community. We want to make this big, because Reeve Collins, you see him on the left here, really actually said, well, we love this idea of the banking, right? And we know this is going to be next thing. So how do you get ahead of that? You get customers. You get a solid base of finances, which they have, and then you get customers. That's the basic thing of it, right? So a year ago, they started with this community building, and that's what we're going to talk about more, a little more later too, is how they actually are building the community. Now, this is the reason, this is probably the reason why I actually signed up, is this guy on the left, Reeve Collins. If you look him up, you can look on Instagram, you can look on LinkedIn, you can look him up. He is the co-founder of Tether. Tether is the number 3 world's biggest cryptocurrencies in the world right now. There's billions of dollars going around in that. Okay. And he actually is the co-founder and chair of WeFi. Huge. Huge, right? On the right side here, this is another one that I also am really impressed with, Khaled Suleiman. Khaled Suleiman is the ex-CEO at the National Bank of Abu Dhabi. Over 25 plus years in CEO roles in the banking industry, especially in Switzerland. Don't underestimate the power of how important that whole banking aspect actually is. Roman Rosov, I'm just going to highlight him. He is the ex-product advice. Again, these 3 guys in the middle are all the fintech guys. And of course, Maxime is the one I'm hoping to meet on Germany. I'm going to be in a million. I'm not going to look at this one, but this is on a website if you want to look and see a little more of the owners talking as well. So I just want to go back here for a second, right? Because if we said like the next big thing the next Apple is going to be this combination of crypto and the regular finance world. You need to have good leadership in there, right? You need to have leadership that's solid, that experience, and that know what the heck they're doing. Well, I believe we have a really, really awesome leadership team here. So that's what I really love. And another big guy of Visa actually came on board as well. So they're slowly actually increasing the amount of legacy builders, legacy leaders who are coming in, and that is slowly being increased. This bank has been very, very deliberate, very step by step by step. There's been nothing crazy in anything that I've seen. They're really thinking more bank finance in that way. All right, what can you currently get? This is one thing you can currently get: virtual and physical cards, mostly virtual. In the UAE, where they're big, of course, as well, you can find physical cards, but mostly it's virtual, not yet available in the United States. You put crypto in, you can use it wherever Visa is accepted around the world. So really cool. This is the second thing, which I'm going to talk mostly about today, because that's what you can purchase today. You can mine. You can actually purchase a node. A node releases an amount of coins every single day, and you can have a piece of that. You can have a mine that produces 1, 2, 3, 10 coins, however you're putting in, how many nodes or mines you're purchasing every single day for the next 7 years. At 7 years, billion is over, we're done. Then all the tokens are. We're not done with the bank, okay? We're done with the token. And I'll talk a little more about the token and what's good about the token. But before actually, let me explain that. What you're actually purchasing right now when you come in, you're purchasing this node. You're purchasing this miner, okay? That means for the next 7 years, you're going to get tokens distributed to you. Okay. When I started, the token was around 60 cents. It's already at 240. Now, we could say it could follow the trend of Bitcoin. I don't think it will. It's too big. So don't go there. but it could follow the trend of Binance. Binance was the first exchange token, cryptocurrency exchange token. It's close to $1,000 right now. Could WeFi do that? Possibly, but I can definitely see, and the CEO has confirmed that $50, $100 could definitely be possible. So if you're currently mining 5 tokens a day at $2.50, that's nice, right? That's okay. But if you're mining at $100, $500 a day, it's a very different story. So just I'm not guaranteeing any of that, okay? Be super clear about it. But that's why the mine and the purchase of these tokens right now is very important. You could be where Bitcoin was, I don't know, 12 or 13 years ago. I don't know exactly, but many, many years ago. You could be where BNB was a few years ago, right? And be at the beginning of this. That's a potential. It's never guaranteed, but it's a potential. All right, and the third thing that is currently available is this app that then integrates all these different these different methods, these different regular currency, cryptocurrency, exchange in between them, and this is huge, guys, ultimately loans. That's not available yet. Okay, it's going to be introduced first in Asia, probably in 2026. It's definitely on the agenda. They know they want to do that. Together with a high yield stablecoin savings account up to 18% in USDT coming soon as well. Not yet available, coming soon. Remember, we're still at a startup. Well, we beyond startup, but we're not yet completely completed. If you want to come in a completely completed, I would say come back in about, I don't know, 1 to 3 years, but then the benefit won't be as high. So that's the difference, right? It's always the difference. These loans are huge though, because for example, I can take a loan against the tokens that I have today, but my tokens will still stay there. I don't have to sell my tokens. Say I have 100 tokens in WFI tokens, right? Then I can actually loan against that. Yeah, I have to pay back, but I can loan against it, but the token still stays there. And as the token goes up in value, yeah, I will have the benefit as well. Imagine what it would have meant for you if you actually would have had the Bitcoin and you could have loaned against Bitcoin instead of selling them. I definitely would be part of that. All right, quickly achievements, and then we'll go in. The coin market cap, we're doing really well. We're already at 240 cents. It's doing really well. We're at 220 around now in coin market cap. We did get Digital Bank of the Year. We're already have over 200,000 customers with ATMs, with point of sale machines. And this is just a promotion when they actually do vending machines as well. So that's a really fun thing as well. Bank has been officially recognized in the cryptocurrency industry, and Reeve Collins actually did coin the word Bank. Several registrations and things like that. This is one of the most important. And again, if you're interested, ask the person who brought you here. We can give you information. This is very important, though. This just happened in November of 12th. It's from Canada. It's a payment service provider. Is it a banking license? No, it's not a banking license. It's a payment service provider. But it does actually, it takes time. It takes checking in. It takes like, hey, what are you actually doing as a company, right, to get this? It's not something that is just given like that. So it's actually an important milestone as well. All right. Come in, purchase a note. That's the most important one. You can purchase notes. You can also buy WFI in the open market and farm it. And then you can receive gift certificates and bank shares. That's the most important part right now. Let's keep it very, very simple. You can come in, you can purchase notes. You can purchase those notes. They're also called miners. Works a little bit different, but most people know mining. So you can purchase a note and then you can make WFI tokens every single day. They're around 240 right now. If it goes up in the next 7 years to $100, you're going to be a very happy person. In addition to that, we're going to get these gift certificates of bank shares right now. They're probably going to disappear in the next few months. So I'm just going to give you that idea because right now, the cost of one node is 0.575. All right, so you put, for example, $1,000 in, and then you get, I think, a little bit more, a little bit like around 1,700, 1,800. Don't quote me on that, but 1,700, 1,800 of the notes. We're going to soon 2.6. Okay, this is probably a little bit old. I did it like 2 days ago, so it's probably a little bit old, but it's coming. Then, if you choose to stake those notes, the tokens that you're getting, if you choose to stake them, you get extra rewards. And this is probably, I want to show you more anything else. This is the potential value of a gift certificate. This is a little more than 7,000 in here right now. This is the potential value If WeFi does well, it goes in the top 100 crypto, top 50. SAS stands for Software as a Service, and the AI sector. Now, this is not guaranteed. Ask the person who got you here if you want more information how it actually works. But they're called gift certificates, they're actually bank shares. They're 5% of the total bank of WeFi. All right. And this is on the right here is just an example of the WFI token. I have 1149 mined. That's currently worth around 2,693. And this is totally passive. In 4.5 months, totally passive. I already have my ROI back. All right. Now, let's talk about this one, and we're going to spend a little more time here. All of what I just said, right? The ITOs, the gift certificates, totally passive. If you're here and you're like, that's all I want to do that. It has a very high upside. Nothing guaranteed again, but it has a very high upside. Please recognize that this is a bank first and foremost. That's your first thing. There is another piece. And that is if you actually want to build community. There is another piece, and that is if you want to build community. Okay? Now, if you want to build community, you can get money out right now. This whole other piece, and be super clear around it, about buying the tokens and buying the mines and doing the gift certificates, that's long term. You're not investing into a house and buying it back tomorrow. So that's long term. But if you want to have money now, and that's important for some of us, you can help build the community. They're paying us to help build the community. I am so loving that. And I talked to somebody this morning, and I really was kind of grateful for the realization that she brought up to me, because I realized personally that anybody who's ever brought anything to me that's worthwhile have been people that I've known well, been friends, have been people that business associates. And I have gained massively from that. I'm so grateful for the people who have brought things to me, even if they didn't go well. Even if they didn't go well. So I'm here to build a community. There's a couple of ways to actually build community and get referred for that. And these are the 5 ways. I'm just going to go in depth into them a little bit more about what that actually looks like. And this is the page that I'd like to use. I'll put those in all our chats as well, so you guys have this. This is my chat. This is not from WeFi, but it's how I make it clear for myself. Okay, so always again, do your own research on not any of this. This is my stuff, nobody else. All right, so the biggest one and the biggest way that I have personally gained lots of income from already in the last 4 months from this community building is because I shared it with people. This is the most important one. Okay, whenever I sign up somebody, I get a certain percentage back from them. So I sign up Megan, she's right here. I sign her up. I'm just starting. I get 5% of whatever she purchases. She purchases 1,000 USDT of ITOs, and I get 5%, so $50 of that. Now, if she goes up to rank 2, which means is that she builds and she gets a total of 3,000 volume underneath of her. Volume is the only requirement, besides one more thing. One leg, one person that you build with cannot be more than 40%. That's a safety guard to not have just somebody sign up one person, they do great, and then you're done for life. No, you need to help build a community, not just one person. So you need to have at least 3 legs. That's it. Because one leg cannot be more than 40%. You can have 20 legs, 30 legs, whatever you want to do, right? Legs is people. You only sign up people on your front line, you go as wide as possible. So once I have 3,000, ultimately, one leg not be more than 40%, and so it needs to be divided, I then go to 9%. That's very important. Okay? Now, Megan is under me, Megan signs up Susie. But Megan is now at nearly 9%. I, for example, am at rank 3, and I'm at 11%. Megan signs up Susie. Megan gets 9% of that. I get 2%. I get the difference. It can never be more than 25%. 25 is the highest rank. Nobody's reached that yet within the company, but it can never be more than 25%. You get the difference, which is healthy, which is normal, which I think is very, very, very good. So this always encourage you to actually and get build your community with more people, right? So beautiful. Now you have to have yourself 250 USDT to get this. Within WeFi, you can buy as little as 50 USDT. Well, you did a little more with fees, so probably 55. You can buy as little as that, but to able to grow the community and get commissions from that, well, you can build a community no matter what, but if you want to get commissions, then you need to be at 250 USDT. Okay. Any questions, please put that in the notes. I'm going to absolutely go over that very soon. I'm just going to see. All right, awesome. I don't see any questions around it. Perfect. If you have questions, then let me know, and then I'll answer them as I go. Put them in the chat, though. All right, that's the main. Guys, I'm telling you again, this is the main source of income from building a community right away. There's some long-term income, absolutely, but this one is the main one. So if you need to get started at 250, there's some countries that we need to, especially some other countries around the world. I'm not going to name them, but it's hard. So start with 250 because you can start building, and then you can get commissions, and then if you want to, you can build that back, put it back into and build up your volume that way. This is the second one, and it's the most important one for December because it's going to go away. But you and anybody you enroll within December has the right to this referral tokens for the next 7 years as tokens are being distributed. Listen to me really carefully, please. Because if you know any networkers around you, any people who love to build community or into it, anybody who's ever approached you around any networking opportunity, please connect with them. They will be seriously upset with you if you talk to them on January 2nd about this. Probably won't know about it because we won't mention it anymore. But this is people ask me, why is this happening? Because certain benefits the company just starts with, they want to get going, they give certain benefits, and then it ends. It doesn't mean that all the other things go away. It's still going to be way enough benefit because this is a long-term project. We have a phenomenal company. There's a long-term benefit, even just from the bank shares and even from these referral compensations as well, these referral bonuses as well. So don't think that it's gone. But why would you not give anybody, I'm actually sending a lot of texts to people right now, why would you not give anybody the benefit of coming in? They only have to come in. Now they do have to come in with 1,000 USDT for all 3 levels. Okay. So, and I'm going to just share for a second here my own app here. I just want to show you this for a second. So this is my own app. This is what I put in. So in this case, and I put in several ones, but in this case, this is about 1,300 that I actually put in. These are the tokens that I have so far mined myself. Great number, 581. It's worth $1,300. I put in about 1,000. Great numbers, let's face it. But these are my referral tokens. Now, right now it's great at the 240, whatever it is, it's worth almost $9,000. Guess if that goes to 100? Guess if the token goes to 100? Do you see that? I hope you see that. It's huge. It's huge. So what I want to say with that is that these referral tokens can really long term. Now, you don't have to get people signed up this month to get that. Somebody who signs up in January 15, you will still get the referral tokens from, as long as they're from your first, second, and third level. Somebody who signs up a year or 2 years from now, whatever they're mining, you will get the referral tokens from there. Of course, we're going to get more referral tokens at the beginning, so it is better to start right away. But do you mean that you have 7 years to do that? So you do not have to actually get a giant team in the next 3 weeks. That would be crazy. But you can sign up, and there's probably a few people around you who would want to know this. Please let them know about this. All you have to do is start with 1,000 USDC, put them into ITOs. That's what activating ITOs means. You have to actually purchase ITOs with it, and then you're ready. And then I'm going to say this, and then it's probably all I'm going to leave it at. At your first level, you're going to have 3%. Second level, 5%, and third level, 8%. Now let's be very conservative and say, you're enrolling 2 people on your first level. Great. From those 2 people, whatever they're making, you're getting 3%. On your second level, who knows? Those 2 people might enroll 10 people. That's on the second level. You're going to get 5% on all those 10 people. Now, of those 10, one goes totally bananas and enrolls a lot more people, and suddenly you have maybe 300 people on your third level. You get 8% on every single one of those. Do you see that? You still know what people are going to do. You never know. By the way, you never know who brings in what. So if you're already in, I would say absolutely talk to people. And I really mean that. When I said I would be very upset with you, I would be more than upset with you. If you were my friend and you knew I've done network marketing before, right? And I've never done this before. Never in this a million years. I'm over to 1.2 million in 4 months. I've never done this. 25,000 has been my biggest. Why? Because I think people want this. People see the need for this and people are so ready to make a difference here. So a lot of people come in for me for $1,000 to $3,000. Okay. So, but I really mean that. If I were your networking friends and you didn't tell me about this in December, I would be super upset with you. So keep that in mind, please, because you have some networking friends around you. And then again, if referral commission is not your thing, don't do it. But if it is, or if you're like, maybe I don't want to, but I have these few friends that may want to do this. Why not let them know about this? We have the structure in place. We have the videos in place. We have the place in to help you. It's not a crazy amount. Yeah, I do a lot of work right now just because I'm growing my team like crazy, but you don't have to. You really don't have to. So keep that in mind too. And I will tell one example, and I'm going to not name names, but one of my people, one of my people's people, she's doing really fun things with her kids. She's traveling the world. And she's like, Anna Marie, I can't do this. I really can't do this. I'm traveling with my kids, and I can't do this. And I'm just changing a little bit of details of the story. But the funny thing was, I was like, well, why don't you just enroll like for the next 2 or 3 days, send it to some of your people because she's in the networking and she knows it. She did that, and she has some really good teams going under her while she's still traveling the world. I'm not saying there's no work involved. I'm not saying you can just sit down and do nothing. I'm just saying that you may know some people who really want this. And why not give it to them, right? And they can make their own decision if this is worth it for them. All right. I'm going to go on for two more things. Referral energy. So this is referral tokens. If there's any questions about it, let me know. But please do let people know about it. Referral energy. Now, this is the thing that has changed since last week. A lot of you will get a notification saying, hey, top up, get more energy because you're missing out on a KOL bonus. For the last month and a half, 2 months, we've had an extra bonus. It's called energy. And it was very easy to get because these ITOs that we bought gave energy. That's not true anymore. The customer still gets lots of ITOs, but we do not get the referral energy anymore. The only way, and I'm going to pull my app again, the only way to get referral energy right now, and I think it's going to change in the future, but hey, I have no inside knowledge about that. But this is the only way to get energy, is you buy WFI tokens on the open market, you bring it to WeFi, and you stake it. And here's an example. I had 14.95 energy. Now, I'll just give you my opinion, because that's all I can do in this point. Do I think in the future they will do more with this? Yes, because energy is a very integral part of WFI. Would I worry right now about those notifications I'm getting in my back office? Oh, hell no. I'm completely ignoring them because getting people in with this and with this and with the rest I'm going to talk about is way more important than getting your energy. So do yourself a favor, and if you need to talk to me more about it, we can. But I would say do yourself a favor. I would absolutely still build to 3,000. I think it's very good to have 3,000 in ITOs just because of all the bank shares and all the ITOs and everything else it will give you. And I think this is just my prediction. In the future, they will do more of it. But right now, please don't focus. If you want to bring some tokens on the open market and bring it to WeFi, go do it. But don't let it be one of your priorities because it will pull you away from what matters most, and that is this and this. These two. Now, why are these getting more people the most important? Well, it goes to this piece, DO bank referrals. Okay, this is something that some of you already have. Some of you don't have. If you don't have the card yet, then you can't do that yet. If you do have it, that DO bank referrals is basically a 50-50 split on every transaction between WeFi and the community. And here's the example of this, meaning that if If there's any kind of debit card transaction, any kind of loan transaction in the future, 50% will go to WeFi and 50% will go to the community. Now, the more community you have, the more referrals you're going to get, the more money you're going to get. That's always true, right? And it also depends on which level they are for you as well and what level you are. And I won't go in that exactly today. Some things are still unclear and some things, yeah, it's just the most amount of money is still coming from these two at this point. This one, though, long term, is a very sweet one. Okay. And how do you build this? You signed up people here. So, if anything, I would say just get people signed up. Get people signed up. Ideally, at least a minimum of 1,000, because that's so much benefit for them. Well, ideally 3,000. 1,000 is kind of the next choice, and then 250 if they really can't go in any other way. They can get started that way. Do yourself that favor. Just and the thing I would say to when I jumped into WeFi, I think why I have grown so fast for me at least is because, well, two reasons. I just went for it. I didn't, I mean, I learned as I went. I didn't know all this stuff. I still don't know it all. And I just go and I just go and I let people know about it. And then they decide if they want more interest. I will tell you, Abby is probably in this call as right. I haven't, but Abby has been teaching me more about this comp plan when she came in because she wants to have all the details that I ever. I was so happy when VIP support came in as well because I'm like, yes, she can be a part of VIP support because honestly, that's the person she is. And I'm so grateful. I mean, Abby knows that I'm so appreciative of her because knowing all those details. And keep in mind what she did do, Abby didn't stop. She did it at the same time. So if you're a person who needs to know it all and needs to have the details, do it as you enroll. Abby, that's a good one. And I just realized this very strongly. You didn't stop. You just went full out and you're doing great. She's doing phenomenal. So don't stop. Whatever your first priority needs to be, get people going. Introduce this to people so they can research it, right? We're not the researchers, they are the researchers. If we need to know it all for ourselves, that's great. But that's not how this works. You actually share it with people so they can share it and share it and share it and share it. And then we go from there. Okay. So realize that these DO bank referrals are going to be long-term, very beneficial to us. As the bank grows, a certain percentage will go to us. As a community, a certain percentage will stay with WeFi. That's more than any bank has ever done for you. And then is the favorite 2.0 bonus. That starts at rank 4. And it really is a bonus where you're going to get all kind of tiny little commissions from your team. It makes your commissions go up very, very high, significantly. The base of it all, though, guys, and I will say, kind of reiterate this. This is the piece about the ITO tokens I just wanted you to have. But the big basis part is still start sharing this with people. There will be some people who come in with you with 10, 20, $50,000. Most people will come in at 1,000 to 3,000. That's what I see most commonly. I am seeing if there's anything else. Oh yeah, this one probably. Bottom line, why I am excited about this, from my perspective, a proven company who's actually very slowly, methodically moving forward. A first banking token that could go much higher. An actual working product, not a perfect product yet, but actually working and taking very slow steps moving forward. Ultimately in a $10 trillion or more market. I do think there's an opportunity that's just out of the wazoo here. We do have a community. WeFi Legends. Some of your leaders may have their own community. This is my community, our community. I really see it as ours. We do have some hubs with some more information. There's a YouTube channel, especially with calls from Dr. John, who is the CDO of WeFi Community Development Officer, and other community leaders. There's a call schedule. I love these. These are probably my favorite 4 videos. And again, anybody here can give this to you because I think they're the best. I think they're the best all around. This one is a really short 10-minute intro. This one is the executive board actually talking to us, like Reeve Collins and the whole board. This is with Dr. John, very much in-depth overview. And then Frank Lawyer, who is the top leader here, is one level above my leader and my mentor, Alex Ruiz, and also does a really good job. Okay, we have a Telegram group, a Facebook group. And yeah, this is my biggest thing that I would say right now is part of what we want to do for December. And that is first and foremost, as you come into the community, right? And as we know that you're going to lock in or farm your tokens for a while, right? What we would love to do with you, if you're willing to do that, if you're willing to create a community around this, is that we'd love for you to get your money back. If you put in 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, that is very doable. Okay, within the first month, that's very, very doable to actually for you to get that money back as you share. Because again, what I have seen, and I've seen it not only myself but my team as well, it's so wide. Don't think just crypto people, guys. I would think most of my team is not crypto savvy. Just isn't. We just have to help and get them started. And nowadays we can pay with debit cards as well, so it helps. Um, don't think just about people in the finance world, although they are interested. Don't think just about network marketers, although they are really good. I mean, I have real estate agents, I have entrepreneurs. I mean, it's people, moms, dads, parents, it doesn't matter. Why? Because this is all affect. For the first time, I can really say this, right? I've said it in other, but I really feel here it's true because everything is affected by money and banking. And so this could be a solution for so many people around us. So yeah. Network marketers, I would say right now, there's a lot of network marketers who haven't heard about it yet. You probably know one. Anybody who's ever reached out to you, please reach out to them with this, because if you know the industry, if you know how to build community, then this is just another product and it's actually much easier to build community. And then I would say definitely focus on those first, second, and third levels that we talked about before as well. All right, I'm gonna stop my share and then I'm gonna see, hey guys, always fun to stop my share and see all kind of other people coming in. Aye. Why can't United States complete a KYC? Yeah, that's at this point, the bank is not yet in the United States. And Dr. John just said this last Sunday that it probably will not happen until Q2 of 2026. I'm just giving you a reasonable outcome. Why? Because they're growing like crazy in Asia right now. Asia is the biggest market. If you know people in Asia, Philippines, India, please. We do have all language channels as well. They're in the WeFi Legends, in the resources, you can find those. So please get people involved in those as well. Okay. Those are the biggest markets, and they're the easiest markets too, especially also with the UAE. Honestly, the easiest market. The United States is hard. So Q2 of 2026. So at this point, we cannot do KYC because officially they're not yet in the United States. All right. You can buy in with an email. You can be an email and you can purchase. So the buy-in to start, $50. $50. Remember, $50 to start, $250 to go and get referral commissions, $1,000 to get the tokens, referral tokens. Love that, Megan. Is it willable to family? There's no official statement around that. At this point, all we give is an email, unless you do KYC. Right? At this point, it's just the login with the email, and that's all you do. If you do KYC, it's a different story. That will always have to be in the future. And I actually don't know the answers to that. So that'd be fun to do a little more research around how you can ultimately. For me, right now, all it is an email. That's all they have because I didn't do KYC yet. But if you don't KYC, I don't know the answer. It'd be something interesting. I'm going to actually put that to VIP support and ask that about development of it.
Anne-Marie, I actually put that question to VIP support because I had it. They called the heir to the will would get in touch, and they have an official process that they go through. So it does kind of go through the will because it's obviously then identifiable. You've done your ID, it belongs to that person. So it can be handled. But yeah, if you haven't done KYC, it's just give your email address and password to somebody. Yeah, your children or grandchildren. Yeah, okay. So that was that. Anne-Marie, did you see the question from Jason? Could you just go over it a bit more so he's clear, and maybe for anyone else, the importance of why getting to 1,000 before January? What is it that you're going to miss out on if you don't do that?
Yeah, no, I love that. And I absolutely can do that. And I'm going to share my screen. It's easier to do that. This is what I want. Okay. I'm going to go to my own because I think this is why it's important. So if you come in to 1,000 by December 31st, you have the right to get on your first, second, and third level referral tokens. That means Abby came in from, for instance, my first level. That means on my first level, and by the way, this is, again, I'm just going to show this. This is what it could be for you, right? And it could be for anybody who comes in. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. So Abby came in on my first level. That means on my first level, I get 3%. So every single day, say she's mining, for example, 10 tokens, I get 3% on top of that, not from her. On top of that is going to go into my account. Now, she signed up Micah underneath of it, for example. So 5% of whatever Micah is mining every single day for the next 7 years is going to go for me. And Micah will have the same opportunity with the people that she signs. Abby has the same opportunity for people that signs up. I'm just using myself as an example. Lloyd Lou is on the Micah. So Lloyd Lou, I get 8%. Whatever she mines every single day for the next 7 years, I get 8% of that. Okay, 3, 5, and 8%. Now you need to have 1,000 to get all 3 levels. There is, and I will say, because I'm going to get the question, I don't recommend it, but there is a way. If you, on your first level, you need to have yourself 250. On your second level, you need to have yourself 500. And for the third level, you need to have 1,000. But again, let's look at the math. Where are most of your people going to be if you are referring, or if your people are referring under you in any shape or form? The third level. Where are you earning the most? 8%. It's actually really a bit crazy that company did that. Most, if you look at most compensation plans, they would reverse it. They would say 8% for the first level, 5% for a third level, and 3%, 5% for a second, and 3% for a third level. Almost every company would do that. But they have done it around, which is great for us. 3% your first, 5% on your second, and 8% on your third. And I'm going to just reiterate one more time in saying that you do not have to build that team in the next 3 weeks. You have to just get in at 1,000 USDT to be grandfathered in, like they call it, to have that ability for the next 7 years. Okay? Let me know if that makes sense, Jason, and anybody else, because I'd love to hear if there's any other question about that. Okay?
Yeah, just to end on that, and those that are not at that level will miss out on that. So that's the biggest thing. Yeah. You will receive it for 7 years, but if you are not at that point.
Yeah, you're totally right, Abby. Thank you for that.
And you top up after that to 1,000. Yeah, you are not going to receive it. So that's the difference. It's 7 years of receiving these referral tokens from your team. And I did some numbers. Yeah, Anne-Marie, I thought like 10 people, if you've got 10 people on your level 1, right, that seems to be quite a normal amount that people are enrolling. And then if you said half of them also do that, that's 50 people on your next. And then half of them, it's like 250 people do that as well. So it is massive. I just think if it's possible, why on earth wouldn't you? If it's not possible, that's different.
Yeah, totally. Thank you, Abby, for that extra explanation. Yes, absolutely. So realize how big that third level is, and all you have to do is get in with 1,000, and make sure it's 1,000 USDT. Now, because it's not the ITO tokens, so you need about 1,020. By the way, do an extra 20 USDT to make sure you actually make it to, because there's some there's some fees and everything else that get deducted. So 1,020 is a very safe amount, okay, to get in with 1,020. Just keep that in mind, okay. And then you have that opportunity for the next 7 years, however fast or slow you want to do it, you have that opportunity to grow like that. So and again, guys, this when Abby and I both heard this, and everybody else, about like over the weekend, because it's been a recent change, and like, oh my goodness, this is going to be it. This is what we're going to talk about during this whole holiday season. You can also gift this to people. It's a beautiful thing to gift to people. If you have somebody in your family, you can also gift that. It's also a gift to yourself. And then, keep in mind that if you're new to crypto and you don't have the option, because some of us, you don't have the option to do debit cards and Google Pay and Apple Pay, especially in the United States, you are going to need a little bit of time to actually get that crypto through the works. Okay, so please do not wait until December 30th to do this. Okay, how much percentage are you getting if you don't have 1,000 in before January? It depends. I cannot give you a percentage. The only thing I can say is if you're 250, you're only going to get that level one. So in the example that we put out, 10, 25, 250, right? We put 10 on your first level, then half of them, sorry, we did 10, and then we did 50, 10, 50, and 250. That's what we did. So 10 people on your first level. If you only input 250, you will get referral commissions of those 10 people. Now, if you then do 500, you get the first two levels. So then you get referral commissions on that first level at 3% and the second at 5%. So then you get it on 60 people. Okay, but this is just an example. If you do 1,000, then you get it all levels. So then you suddenly get it on 310 people. That's the difference. And that's why I'm saying that's why the 1,000 is so important because, guys, let's face it, you're not going to move more than 20 or 30 people. Even the biggest network marketers that I know, they do maybe 30 people on their first level. And their second level, and they will probably have a couple of hundred. On their third level, they'll have a couple of thousands. Thousands. Do you see that? So you're really hurting yourself if community and you want some of these referral tokens. You're really hurting yourself if you're only, I mean, in my opinion, you're hurting yourself if you only do the first level. And I cannot give a percentage, Jason, because it depends on how many people you have on your first level. You could enroll, okay, this is a fun example. I have one person who had a massive lag underneath of her. She's getting a movement now, but she didn't. She has quite a lot of tokens because that person enrolled a ton of people on his second level. Okay, she has a ton of tokens. She has over 1,000 tokens in the last 4 months, and all because she came in with 1,000 and she got referral tokens from the one person that she enrolled on a second level, and that person did like crazy. Got a lot of people involved on his third level. So you just don't know. You just never know. I can't give words. Okay, awesome. And mining is, we use the word mining because everybody knows about crypto mining. It's actually noding. We should call it noding because it's actually a node. So the difference is with mining, this is a little bit of technical, but some of you it might be fun to hear. Because I do get questions about why are so many tokens into one account, right? If you look on the blockchain, most of the WFI tokens, 94%, is still in one account. Okay, that's not an owner's account. That is the account where all these tokens are held in for the next 7 years. And according to an algorithm, that is an algorithm, they can't just be taken out, okay? It's actually an algorithm that's already programmed into it. Those are released at 8 tokens per second. And then divided over how many nodes there are. That's why you're getting the most tokens right now, and then you're going to get less tokens as longer you are in, but then the value of the token increases. That's the whole idea. Right now, there's almost no Bitcoin being mined anymore. Tiny little amounts of Bitcoin are mined. It was way more, of course, 10 years ago. So a node is where the tokens are holding, like a holding cell on a big ledger, and they're being released into an algorithm format. Mining officially is something different. Mining is where computers are, like Bitcoin, where computers are kind of computing and they have certain mathematical equations and they're making, and as soon as it all matches, they're mining a coin. Why does WeFi use the word mining? Because most people are familiar with it. That's the only reason why. But officially, it's noding. Good question. All right, where can we pay in the United States with debit and credit cards for crypto? Yeah, PayPal, Exodus. I definitely recommend if you can. Exodus is a really good way. You need to get USDT, and you can always go use AI, please, guys. Use AI. Use your Chat GPT. It's good for some things, not all things, but it's good for one thing. And just say, hey, in Spain, in the United States, in Canada, where can I get USDT? And then you have to experiment a little bit. Your leader can help as well, but you also have to experiment a little bit yourself. That's part of being in the crypto world. If you have the fortune of being able to do it with a debit card, awesome. If you're not, then I would say Access and Trust or Accent Wallet to start with. If you have trouble with those, Coinbase and Kraken are really good centralized exchanges that will move money from your bank into Coinbase and Kraken. But it does take 7 days. You will get a hold of it for 7 days if you have not done anything before in the crypto world. It's almost, I always say, like it's like being a teenager and getting a cardigan. If you haven't done anything in the crypto world, Coinbase and Kraken will put a 7 day hold on it. Access and Trust Wallet will not. So it's easier sometimes to pull in money, but it's not always possible. I, I think that's it. Any other question, guys, before we stop this? No? Okay, awesome. Well, the one thing I would say before I end, please
I
make
have a
sure.
question.
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry. Maybe it's not something for you, but you were talking about the energy. And I was wondering, how important is it to buy energy? Because I'm totally out of energy. And is it important to have it or is it not?
No, I would say no. And this is just me,
Okay.
my opinion, but I'll tell you why. Well, quickly why. If you look at, I'm going to give you an example, and that's why I probably did it. Well, let me share my
Okay.
screen real quick. I just and this is a very good question. So yeah, you get all these notifications saying, hey, you're out of energy, you need to buy some, right? Now,
Yeah.
remember, when you do that, it will not work through ITOs anymore. It's still, and I've complained about this, it will not go through ITOs anymore. If you buy
Okay.
ITOs, yes, in 2 years you will get energy, but not right now. So we want to have it right
Okay. Right.
now. Here's an example.
Mm-hmm.
I purchased 68 WFI, which is currently, what is it? Probably around 250 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I staked it for 2 years and I got $14.95.
Okay. That's
Personally,
really something.
yeah, personally, if I had $280 or whatever it is, or $250, I would much rather buy ITOs, get the gift certificates, because those gift certificates are going to be so much worth more, and even the ITOs are going to be so
Okay.
much worth more, in my opinion, than
Okay. Good.
$14.95 of energy.
Okay. Great.
Yeah,
Perfect. Then I know enough.
awesome.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking. Yeah, I
Okay.
love
No
it.
problem.
I love it.
No. Okay.
All right, awesome.
That's
So yeah,
good.
and this is again, it's just my opinion, but I really want you to get the most bucks for your money. And in my opinion, that's right now is ITOs. Now in the future, they will probably do other things with energy because it's an important part of WeFi. But for now, please ignore those notifications in your back office, I would say, as much as you can. And go buy more ITOs. Go get more ITOs yourself. Please get yourself to at least 1,000 to 3,000. Please get other people signed up. And yeah, the 3,000 entry right now, Linda, my biggest argument for that would be, well, you're going to get more ITOs, you're going to get more gift certificates and bank shares. And in the future, they're going to do things with energy. So if people are comfortable, depends on how comfortable they're coming in with, right? I'm going to push as hard as I can to get people to 1,000 for them. Because I can see them in the future doing something. So there's been so many people who come in and say, oh, I'm never going to share. And then a month later they are sharing because they love it. And so if I look at the benefit for the person who's coming in, I would go for that 1,000 no matter what. 3,000, yes, it's nice. And I will say it's the best way to come in because it opens up the entire comp plan. If that is super hard for a person, come in with 1,000 and buy more as you're going. Buy more, and maybe in a couple of weeks or in a month, whatever you can. I will say 1,000 is the yeah is I'm gonna push myself, and then you decide what you want to do in your teams. 3,000, the benefit is that you're gonna get more ITOs, bank shares, and that in the future you're opening up the entire comp plan. That's the short of it. 1,000 in my opinion.
So, excuse me.
Yeah,
So 500 would open up 2 levels of referrals. And
correct.
then if someone could, because I just had somebody come in with that. And if they come in before December 31st with another 500, that'll just open up the 3rd level for them. But right now they have both the first 2 levels. Is that correct?
That is completely correct. Yep. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. And just make sure, guys, December 31st, we'll have a probably afternoon time for the Eastern time because that's another thing I do have to ask support. But it's probably going to be UAE time. So just make sure if you do a deadline, do December 30th for yourself. Please do. Because maybe you don't want to be in December 31st being crazy with all kind of people who want to last minute get people on board. So I would say December 30th is gonna what I put out as a deadline because it's gonna be crazy. All right. But yes, that's absolutely correct.
Anne-Marie,
Yes.
just want to add something just in case to be double sure, because we've spoken quite a lot about the importance of the referral tokens for your team and that ending at the end of December and being at 1,000, and people saying, well, so you'll only open up level 1 or 2 and you won't receive on level 3. I just want to bring it back to the USDT commissions you are earning all of the time, the direct commissions into your wallet. That's not relating to that, because I don't want anyone to leave thinking, oh, I'm not going to earn any commissions until I'm at 1,000. That first bit that you showed, which is the main earnings that you will withdraw and you'll spend and get your investment, your initial back, you are receiving that from the get-go as long as you've got $250 invested. The 1,000 for the end of December is relating to the referral tokens, which is very important, but I just want you to know you are going to be receiving straight away.
Yes. And thank you, Abby, for and absolutely very good point. Especially also in certain areas as well. This, right, must start with 250 USDT. And a very good point what you're saying. I will tell you that most of my commissions that I've received, and I know my team has received, is this piece. This piece. No doubt. No doubt about it. So you can make $1 million business on this. So just keep that in mind as well. Good point. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it for today. Anything else you want to put in the chat or talk about? Otherwise, I think we're good for today. I am going to have this. I'm going to actually share this as well with you guys. So, yeah. Perfect. Well, thank you, Linda. Amazing. All right. Thank you, guys. We're back tomorrow at 2 o'clock. That will Eastern time. That's 2000 Central European time. That will be from the airport, so we'll have some fun. And then Friday, I'm going to do it from Germany. Yeah, you guys convinced me. So we're going to do it from Germany in my hotel room. I'll do the one from there as well. So I'm excited about all of this. Please get people on these calls. It's going to be overview call for Thursday and Friday. Get people on these calls because I would love for you guys to grow as fast as you can. Yeah, this month. It's gonna be good.
Anne-Marie, I
Yes.
have a quick question. On the calls for Thursday and Friday, will they be very similar to this with the same presentation and slides?
Yes, I will. I just will not go into the referral commissions as much, but everything else will be the same.
Okay, great. Wonderful.
Okay.
Have a wonderful trip to Germany. Oh my, we can't wait to hear all about it.
I know. I will do some fun stuff. Okay. Sounds good.
Thanks so much.
All right. Bye, guys. Talk soon.
Bye.
Thank you, Anna Maria.
You're welcome.